Hello, hello, my beautiful aliens. Let's see what is going on with you. This collective, whose story is on my table today? What is going on? What is going on? Whoa, the first card, Crow. So, magical power. I feel like you might be seeing lots of crows or ravens, or raven is your spirit animal. A new event or happening. I feel like this collective, you are feeling that something is arriving. Maybe you've seen omens about that. Maybe the crows or the ravens or some other animals. I feel like you're very observant right now about your surroundings, about energies. Oh my, tornado is the second one. Maybe you are sensing that some kind of tornado is coming. It's more like you know that you're going to handle whatever is coming. But maybe you are thinking that this is more worse than it's actually going to be. Over and done, it says here. Let's take two more in the top row and see how this goes. Third party flipped in the deck. Two more on the top row, please. Oh my. So the third card is the bear, the mama bear. Maybe you have children, but it's more about your career. It says boss, CEO, coach. You're concentrated on finances. Maybe something is going on with your career. You feel like something big is coming. Maybe you've seen omens about that. Maybe there was some kind of increase in your, money flow or followers or whatever it might be with you. And now it's kind of dipping and you may be wondering why. Because we have the snowflake. Delicate situation, vulnerable, handle with care, frozen, change of state, be precise. So that's confirmed. This collective, some kind of increase happened in your career or in your project or something that you are concentrated on in your abundance path. But now it's dipping, it's got frozen or something, and maybe you are now thinking about that, oh my God, something bad is about to happen. But this is actually a good omen, and that's why you might be seeing those small omens with the birds or numbers or something like this. Crow. Yeah, magnifying glass. Get more info, clarity, very important details. Larger than life. I feel like something huge is about to happen. What's the tornado? Oh my. Was it the detour card? No, it's the Milky Way. So social media, networking, internet, fame, publicity, exposure. Something's about to happen in your career. You're about to get viral or you're going to gain some kind of publicity. But you can't get blinded about this frozen state, the dipping. Bear. The stork. Transformation, change. Something has happened with you and another person. It might be your partner, your ex, or maybe someone who you did some kind of collaboration. You are now doing solo. One more for the snowflake. 2 more. Mountain, obstacles, problems. Block. Something is blocked. Something's been frozen. The dip. But it's about to bring in harmony, happiness, creativity, appreciation, gratitude. One more for the bouquet. You can't be concentrating on this dip, this frozen state. Some of you might be thinking about, was this a good decision to let this person go, whoever it is? But I feel like you did the right thing here. Yeah, the coffin energy. Maybe you work in the funeral, field, or down, out, over and done, breakup. Something is ended. And because you ended this, it's actually ricocheting you to something new. But before it comes into this reality, there is this deep energy going on where everything is frozen and you might be losing your marbles because of that. Key is on the bottom. Solutions, a genius, clarity, liberty. Pay attention, something important, and we have the magnifying glass. How are you feeling right now? Your emotions, how are you feeling? Just to confirm. Envy. Maybe the person you released, maybe that was some kind of collaboration, or the romantic partner, there was something to do with envy. But also I'm getting that maybe you are now contemplating about the decision. Maybe because of this deep energy, you may be looking other people doing the same thing that you are doing and maybe feeling a little bit kind of imposter syndrome or something like this. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So don't be concentrating on others. You need to concentrate on yourself. The more you search information outside of you, the more you're going to get distracted. Freedom. So I feel like this collective, you might be entrepreneurs or whatever the situation was with another person, it was kind of caging you. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Doing the solo. Acceptance. Growth is on the bottom. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So whatever was going on with this person, I feel like they were caging you. You kind of needed the freedom to express yourself, to do the things that you need to do. And I feel like for a long time you were kind of wanting to collaborate with this person, create change, but it wasn't possible because you grew out of that relationship. One more. Regret and fear. Well, this is the energy from that deep energy. Failure. You are worried that this decision that you made to release this person, whoever it is, that it was the wrong decision. And because of the deep energy, the abundance flow is now going down, or the followers, whatever it is with you, you are thinking that, oh my God, I did the wrong thing. I'm going to be a failure. I can't do this on my own. But it's just the fear of something new. This is something you haven't done before. And that's your ego creeping in because you are now out of your comfort zone. I can't stop watching the crow and the bear. Very powerful animals. Let's see, what animal energy are you shining in? The dragon almost popped out. Holy moly. The raccoon, so the entrepreneur, problem solver, but very black and white thinking. So I feel like this collective, when it comes to business or, achieving something in life, you are very black and white. So you're kind of narrowing your mind to not see the other options that are available for you. So it's like, yeah, it's this or this, and if it's not them, then it's going to fail. Because there are so many other options, and I feel like you need to be more open to these other options, because then you are welcoming the new opportunities. And with the raccoon, I'm also getting that whoever this person was, it was like you were eating, well, the raccoon is a scavenger. So I feel like you are meant to have so much more, but this person was holding you down. The hyena. Whoa, I will read the hyena for you. The hyena personality is a jokester and crowd pleaser, but below the surface there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously? And when this is out of balance, scrappy, pitchy, suspicious, and when it's in balance, charming, witty, fun to be around, and to bring into balance sobriety. And I feel like, well, maybe this situation has kind of maybe pushed you to have a drink or somehow to, suppress the feelings, the emotions. But I hope you catch yourself with that. I feel like whoever this person was, you were trying to please them in a way. You were holding on to this dynamic just because you weren't able to express yourself. The caging energy. So I feel like you were kind of tiptoeing with this person, always maybe not agreeing with everything, but you weren't able to express that truth to them. That's why the resentment started to build up. And you didn't even know that. But every time you silenced yourself, doing the people pleasing, it was like you were allowing them to clip your wings in a way. If you are wondering, these disco lights, it's my sun catchers outside. One more animal card. And also, the hyenas, they're kind of scavengers too. And they steal from the lions and they steal the prey from other animals. The other person wanted to do something that you weren't feeling good about. So maybe something not so honorable. That's why you ended this. The oyster came out. Your talents. You've been hiding your own talents for too long. Maybe you are kind of shy person. I'm also hearing that some of you are afraid of being exposed to an audience or something like this. But the oyster has magical powers within. But like I said, they are very shy to open up, to let others see that talent. That's why whatever happened with this person that you now released, it was meant to happen because you need to be brave, find your own strength, your own talent. You need to let your own talents, your craft, to be seen on its own without, anybody else. And maybe if this is something to do with a romantic partner, maybe this is something that you kind of have released in stages. So maybe you are not seeing this person so much anymore. Maybe you're not totally, cut this out yet, but it's kind of that you've been, transforming the energy of giving all to this person. You are now shifting it to your own life path. Let's see the bear and the oyster. They are saying not to be stressed and don't carry the burdens of the other person or the situation. You need to let it go. You are doing solo, you are on hermit, and underneath the hermit there was the Ace of Pentacles. Something's coming to you. Don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to thrive in solitude. Yeah, something was holding you down. This was the right decision that you made to cut this person off, because they were holding you down. They were caging you. Nothing wasn't moving. And if you haven't done the release yet, because of the King of Wands is in reverse, this is my action man. Some of you are about to do so. And that's the right decision. You need to go solo because the other person is just holding you down. I feel like you have more talents, more intelligence, and more kind of visionary mind that you have. There's so much more you need to, do, and this person isn't able to stand by your side. That's why your clam is closed. This person is keeping it closed. You need to open it, but you can't do it with them. The Sun and Temperance, yeah. The success, happiness, joy, as we had with the bouquet. Temperance, you need to be patient here. Don't go freaking out right now. Don't go freaking out because there is this kind of change coming because of the release. It's normal because you have made some kind of change. So the reality needs to change. And it doesn't happen in a second. Everything needs to be arranged. Be patient here. King of Wands came out, the action. Chariot and Justice. For some of you, the partner, whoever that is doing something that is not honorable. Kind of that hyena energy. You don't want to be a hyena. That is karma. Be careful. Yes, the success. Also going on solo. Three of Swords came out too. This is the people-pleasing energy. Don't... Listen. If you operate in this life with the people-pleasing energy, what do you think is the code that you are sent into the universe? Because you have to remember, we don't get what we want in the mind, we get what we are. So your inner world will be reflected on the outer world. So if you are always prioritizing other people's needs, what do you think is the reflection of that? People are not choosing you. People are giving miserable energy to you because you are not seeing yourself correctly. This game called life is about you. You are here and other people, circumstances are just kind of holograms of your energy. So if you are not treating yourself as the king or the queen of your life, the reflection will show that to you, that you are not doing that. You need to prioritize yourself, and you are not accountable of other people's emotions or the energy that they hold. Yes, maybe doing this, cutting this person out, leaving them behind, always do it in a nice way. It's not your responsibility how they are going to react. One more for the Three of Swords. The truth. And it came out in reverse. So you are afraid to tell the truth to this person, or you were afraid to tell this. So like I said, some of you, I feel like you've already done this, and some of you, you're about to do this. This is something that is lingering in your mind. But you are afraid that the person will get hurt or they will hate you or whatever that is. But like I said, it's not your responsibility how they react to this news. You walking away from this is going to bring you new energy. There is going to be a tower, or there was a tower, because the foundations were rickety. There was lack of money, lack of everything. Things weren't going the way you wanted. And you've been holding on in this dynamic because, like I said, you don't want to hurt this person's feelings. And that's a good thing, of course, but you can't be diminishing yourself. You can't be doing this in your own expense. I'm also hearing, for some reason, this example about two people buying a boat. Boats are expensive and the maintenance and So I'm seeing like these two people buying a boat and, doing it 50-50. And at first it's going okay, but then the other person wants to do this and this and this, and the other person doesn't agree with those things. The friction starts to build. In paper, it was a good idea, but in reality, it's not working. So, yet again, whatever this is, you know. Doing solo again. You need to put your energy, your passion, doing solo. 9 of Pentacles, abundance, growing something by yourself. The Empress, oh my God. Having it all. You're going to have it all. But you need to choose yourself. You need to choose yourself. Release the fear. Just do it. And I guarantee when you say to this person that I need to go on my own, you're going to be having this, racing heart, and maybe your palms will be sweating, whatever it is. But after that, you've released, you've expressed yourself, you are going to feel free. So whatever this situation is with you, do it. Or if you have already done it, keep continuing, because there is something big happening for you in this path. Many opportunities, abundance, but you can't be in that fear mindset. Like I said, your inner world will be reflected on the outer world. So if you are in fear, or I don't have money, or I don't have this, this and this, what is the outer world going to look like? So you need to embody that, yeah, I am the king or the queen. I know what I'm doing here. I don't need to look others in the social media, what they are doing. I'm just trusting my own craft. I'm trusting myself. I'm trusting my wisdom. You are embodying that energy. And when you embody that energy, that yes, I am successful. Yes, I am this and this and this. What is the outer world going to look like? So, the oyster. Be the oyster. Open up. Show your talent. Show who you are. And don't be in this energy, the scavenger, eating, leftovers. And settling to the things, the circumstances that you have right now. The only thing you can change is yourself. And when you change yourself, the outside world changes with you. So whatever this is, there is going to be a dip. There is going to be a pause. You're going to get scared. It's normal. Because the new level of the game is downloading. And when the download is coming, nothing isn't happening. It's the same thing with your phone or your computer. When you are downloading an update, you can't do anything. So trust. So get on top of your fears, on your doubts, and start, hurraying that yes, something is about to happen here because I'm getting scared. That means something big is about to arrive at my table. See how magnificent you are. Go in front of the mirror every day and say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, and start believing it. You need to embody that energy. The inner world comes to the outer world. So if you're not liking it, you know what to do.